Assalamu alaikum friends, welcome back to my channel Plant Science Tools. As you know that we have completed our videos that are related to the graphical presentation. Now we are going to discuss about the hypothesis testing. We know that in hypothesis testing there are 2 to 3 types of the test, that includes Z test, T test and F test. First of all, here we are going to discuss about the Z test. So the topic of our video is about the introduction to Z test in RStudio. So let's start our today's video. First of all, we will discuss about that what is a Z test. Basically, a Z test is a statistical hypothesis test used to determine whether the mean of a sample differs significantly from the mean of a population. It's based on the standard normal distribution and is suitable for large sample sizes. Now we will discuss about the differences between the Z test and T test. First of all, we will discuss about the Z test, that the Z test is used when the population standard deviation is known or when the sample size is large. Now about the T test. The T test is used when the population standard deviation is unknown or when the sample size is small, that is maybe less than 30. Types of Z test. These are the three main types of Z test. First one is the one sample Z test, used to compare the mean of a sample to a known population mean. The second one is two sample Z test, used to compare the means of two independent samples. The third one is the proportion Z test, used to compare the proportion of successes in a sample to a non-population proportion. The next we are going to discuss about the basic concepts of Z test. First of all, these are the terms that we can use in our upcoming videos. The first one is null hypothesis. The hypothesis that there is no significant difference between the sample mean and the population mean. The next one is alternative hypothesis. The hypothesis that there is a significant difference between the sample mean and the population mean. The next one is significance level. The threshold for rejecting the null hypothesis. The next one is p-value. The probability of obtaining a test statistics as extreme as or more extreme than the observed value, assuming the null hypothesis is true. Now we are going to discuss about those regions that are the rejection regions for the null hypothesis. In this diagram you can see that the null rejected region or do not rejected H0. These blue areas are the rejected H region. In these areas, when the value of the significance level or the values of the Z test falls in this area, we will reject the H0. If the value of the Z test or p value falls in this area, we do not reject the H0. You can see here that in these all diagrams, left tail diagram, right tail diagram and two tail diagram, they reject H0 and blue color is rejecting the H0 and this white area do not reject the H0. So one tail test. Now we will move towards the interpretation. In interpretation we have two types of tail test. One is the one tail test and the second one is two tail test. In one tail test, if the p value is greater than alpha by 2 means the significance level, in this we will accept our H0, and if the p value is less than alpha by 2 then we will accept our H1 and reject the H0, means null hypothesis. In two tail test, if the p value is greater than a, we will accept our H0, means we will accept our null hypothesis and reject the alternate hypothesis. But in the second case, if the p value is smaller than a alpha significance level, then we reject our null hypothesis and accept the alternate hypothesis. So this is all about the interpretation of the z-test. So if you have any question related to the z-test, you can ask question in comment box. Thank you.